Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. It's exciting night tonight. While everyone's joining, if you'll just jump on into the chat boxes, let us know where you're from.
And Giving Greens is one of my favorite products that we have in the States and in other parts of the world. Who would agree? Maybe put in the chats if you've had the Giving Greens in the States or around the world. I'm a you know I use a lot of smoothies, and so the Giving Greens, it's just, how many of you would agree getting your green vegetables in during a day-to-day operation, as busy as you are, is a challenge. I mean, it's a challenge to do. It's a challenge for my kids to do, but because of Giving Greens, it's something I can incorporate into our smoothies. And I have. There's only one pain point: is I travel a lot, I go a lot, I'm in the car a lot, and so there's been times that I've went, man, I so wish that we had the ability to get it into capsules where I could take it on the go, quick, easy, and still get my daily source of greens in. And so, Jared, well,
Absolutely.
you guys, I won't.
There.
Yeah, I won't roll it out for you because I know you're supposed to be doing that. You guys are, but
For
sure. You've hit the bar, you've hit the mark when you created this product.
That's amazing to hear, Coach Brent. And really, just we wanted to extend the excellence in what Giving Greens was, and we're super happy to be bringing this product to you guys tonight. I've got another very special guest with us, Dr. Trevor Baillie, who it's the first time that he'll be joining us on one of our live presentations. And as some of you know, he's also our first member of our scientific advisory board. So I'm super thrilled that Dr. Trevor could join us tonight. He's got a bunch of content that's really exciting, and I hope you guys have all got your notebooks and pens and pads ready. And yeah, just take it all in, get the most from what Trevor and I'll be discussing with you tonight. This really is a powerful product, and we're super excited to be bringing it to market. So Trevor, if you'd give us the honor of just introducing yourself for 2 seconds before we dive right in.
Hi everyone, I'm Trevor. Yeah, I thought it would be clever to wear my green shirt, but then I realized there's a green background, so I'm the head that's floating around on your screens there. It's like, but anyway,
I try to put a green jersey, but you can't see it.
Yeah,
it looks dark.
So welcome everyone. I'm going to share the screen in the meantime, but thank you everyone for your time. And we're going to run through all of the benefits of obviously the Purely Greens, and there we go. It's ready to go.
Looks amazing.
The product's been put together really well. It's a complete, when you get it. Yeah, I got my bottle last week, and it was really wild. Like, just the whole look and feel, that the image is great. It just doesn't really, do it justice when you get the actual physical product in your hand and you open it for that first time, and the seal and this everything. It works. It's, other than the benefits, just that holding it in your hand, it's like you feel like you've got something, you've purchased something like substantial here. So it's all come together really well. So everyone that's been involved in this, pulling it together, marketing, everyone, it's just, fantastic. So hopefully we can get through all of these, benefits, convince everyone why you should be taking, your Purely Greens. If we jump straight into it, we've known for years, it's been that thing, one of those challenges, with children. I've got children of my own. I was a child once. Did I eat greens? Not a chance. Do my children eat greens? It's very difficult, they do, and they come and they, and so on. I've actually I actually got my greens, because you'll see why when I go through the thing. It's like the importance of this, and it's like, yeah, it's like,
Is that some
I
broccoli,
forced
Trev?
myself to eat this, you know. It's actually not that bad. I was like, wow, okay. But no, actually it's bad. It needs sauce, and it needs, you know, and now I'm going to have green things stuck in my teeth. So I apologize for that, everyone. But so that particular broccoli is what's known as a cruciferous vegetable. And we've known for eons how important cruciferous vegetables are. You'll see as we go through the presentation. Sorry, I've got broccoli coming out my mouth here. As we go through the presentation, you're going to see all of these benefits coming through, why it's so important, you know, not just from a nutritional point of view, but there's so many added benefits to these nutrients that are contained within the purely greens. So as I said, there are all those nutrients that are in there. They've been shown and linked to preventing a number of degenerative diseases. So we'll go, when we touch on each one, you're going to see the link with those degenerative diseases. You know, so what's happening is, in life, we know balanced diet, vitally important. You have to eat your proteins, carbohydrates, fats. The nutrients contained in there is very important. Source of calories, the energy you need, catalysts, enzymes, so on, that's happening in the body. Any function is just all the time. That comes from nutrition. So if you look at what the World Health Organization say, and you need a minimum of five servings of fruit and vegetables per day. So what they recommend is it's around 500 grams. And of that, 231 grams needs to be vegetables. So I've just taken a bite of my broccoli. We were discussing it earlier and being like, hang on, you know, like I follow pretty, you know, I think I'm healthy and so on, but I'm not living up to that. I don't know. If I look at my day, am I getting my 5 servings in? And it's not through lack of trying. It's just, yeah, if I go through it, it's not that it's impossible, but it's just in this modern lifestyle and our rushing and ongoing lives and so on, it's just difficult, you know, and there's easier ways and so on. So I thought, okay, there's a way I can get, there we go, put my 3 grams of greens together and I'm going to just drink it. And
it looks tasty.
No, you know, I mean, I could do that, but that I need to drink, there's 3 grams that are, you know, the 3 grams of the powder and so on. We'll get into why 3 grams is important, would be the equivalent of 30 grams of maybe the broccoli, you know, maybe it's easier to do. It's really not.
So,
sorry,
Trevor, I just wanted, if I can dive in there, I just want to do something for interest's sake. So if for all of those who have joined us, if you can just pop in the chat box and let us know how many servings of fruit and veg you've actually had today. Because Trevor and I were comparing notes earlier. Like I thought I was pretty healthy. Like if I added up realistically, after Trevor explained this to me, I probably only had 3 servings today. But you know, we got this awesome thing, and I can just bump it up to, you know, my 4 recommended daily allowance. So I see Sarah's on 4. Some people on 1, they think. 2, really? Lunch and supper. So I mean,
yeah,
you know, this, I think what we're seeing here is we're all part of the numbers. You mentioned those. Well, I think you're about to mention the averages.
Yeah, we'll go into it more now. And I mean, that's just basically why is our diet so important? And it's purely because we get the macronutrients. So your macronutrients, your proteins, carbohydrates, fats. That's where you get calories from. That's where you get energy. Yes, protein is important for structure, muscle structure, amino acids, and that. Carbohydrates, primary source of energy, broken down to glucose, fuel the cells, give us energy, you know, get us going during the day. And then fats play a vitally important role, yes, as a source of energy and calories, but also for insulating organs, very important for brain function and so on. The other thing we get from our food, micronutrients. So that's required in smaller trace amounts. And that would be your vitamins, minerals. Okay. And then phytonutrients. Now that's why the phyto is so important from the fruits and vegetables. Those are these key nutrients that have other health benefits in the body. So we're going to go through some of those. You're going to see certain phytonutrients and how they catalyze and how they function in the body. So it comes back to this nutritional gap. So ideally, we said with there's more to it. Like I said, so you need proteins, carbohydrates, fats, micronutrients, all of those phytonutrients and that. But from a fruit and vegetable point of view, we need to take in those 5 servings. That's according to the World Health Organization. They reckon 75% of men and women globally don't eat that. You know, we may be on average having 3 servings. So you can see there, apple, carrot, pear, you know, but we need a radish and a tomato maybe or something, you know, just to round that off. So that during the day is what is required. So we're falling short, and there's this gap that's opening up as a result because we're not fulfilling those basic needs. So most commonly deficient are fruit and vegetables. And strangely enough, also dairy falls into that, but we're focusing on the fruit and vegetables. But fruit and vegetables, I spoke about it, they're very important as a source of those micronutrients, but also the phytonutrients. Phytonutrients, vitally important. You're going to see those. And then a survey done in South Africa over a period of 15 years actually showed that a quarter of us, 25%, said they actually only take in 2 or less portions of fruits and vegetables per day. And as a result, that survey they went further on, there's a number of nutrient deficiencies that are now showing to become prevalent in South Africa. One of those, vitamin A, the other is iron. As a result, you'll see the government actually implemented years ago food fortification programs. So bread, cereals, most of the things on the shelves you'll see are now fortified with micronutrients, or all of these nutrients that we weren't getting in our, you know, because we're not eating our fruits and vegetables, we need to get them in some way. So they're just saying, fortify, fortify, fortify. And that's the reason around that. So these nutritional gaps, I have mentioned, life happens. I live life, you live life, we have children. It's difficult to fill those gaps. So you can see all the gaps that are opening up. Less time for cooking. You know, we're running around, time is running out. I suppose I don't need to say the biggest curse word in South Africa at the moment, load shedding, you know. So just when you're getting ready to cook, boom, there, no power. Now you can't cook anymore, you know. So time is not on our side, but also the accessibility to electricity to cook that food is not on our time. So, which leads to less time. Good food, there's valuable food, that the nutrient dense food, we're noticing the cost is going up. So it's becoming very, very expensive to afford that healthy, you know, those fruits, those vegetables, all of those things are in. As a result, what do? We don't have time. It's expensive. So what do? Jump in the car, boom, quick. It's quick, convenient. Takeaways, junk food. It's cheaper as well. Boom, what do? It's nutrient deficient. There's no nutritional value in that. So again, that gap is now widening. So instead of taking the time, preparing a decent meal to fill that gap, no, we're widening that gap even more. And then obviously the preparation of foods is causing depletion. So preservative and the way that we have to produce foods now to have shelf life, so they can sit on the shelves for up to 3 months sometimes, but you know, weeks and so on, it depletes those foods of the nutritional value that they have. So again, all that gap is just opening and opening and opening all the time. Okay, so those are around the food, the thing, but added to that, there's things like stress. So stress increases. So we've spoken now about, the short supply, but now the demand in our body is increasing because of stress. So stress increases the need for more nutrients. Chronic prescription medication that people are on deplete the body of certain nutrients. So now there's even more demand, you know. Smoking increases the demand for mainly phytonutrients, but other antioxidants. And then exercise, active lifestyles. You're burning more calories, increases the demand for nutrients. So not only are we not supplying enough nutrients, we're now increasing our body's demands for nutrients. So now you can see what's happening with that gap. It's getting even wider and wider and wider. So that's where Purely Greens. Okay, so we're trying to narrow that gap. We're trying to provide nutrient-dense supplementation that just narrows that gap. And a lot more convenient. Like if I take this capsule, you saw me trying to eat my broccoli and drink my juice, the capsule, and that's it. Yeah.
So I have to ask, where's that bowl of broccoli? Because you only showed us one piece and it was kind of hidden amongst your green shirts and green screen.
Yeah, there we go. So there's my 30 gram.
I don't even think you could chew all of that in the time that
I've had one little bite. There we go. I had a bite, you know. So yeah, I think it would take me longer than this presentation to, you know, unfortunately, it's nice, it's fresh, it's raw, it is good, but I'm not going to put everyone through that, you know, and definitely not going to put everyone through me drinking this. So the drinking of the 4 capsules there is just so much more convenient. I mean, you can see it there straight away, you know, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. You'll prefer it definitely, Jared.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so how is this Purely Green? Yeah, sorry.
No, I was just going to say it makes things so much more convenient, which is just fantastic.
Correct. So exactly how, now we're going to just go in. So we've spoken about this nutritional gap and why it's widening and so on. How does Purely Greens narrow that? And the number one thing is it is nutrient dense. So each one of these capsules, and the dose is 4 of these capsules a day, is packed with vitamins, minerals, amino acids, antioxidants, enzymes, phytonutrients, everything that just promotes general health and well-being. And so there you go, your each daily dose, 4 capsules. And each capsule contains all of these different greens. So from wheatgrass powder, celery stem powder, spinach leaf powder, barley grass powder, kale leaf powder, and baobab fruit powder. So a lot of those are pretty familiar to everyone. You know, you've heard about them. Some of you might have even had them. You know, if you go to the gym and you go into the juice bar and it's like a nice shot of wheatgrass, you know, or a shot of barley grass. So we have them. Spinach, we know. Celery, a lot of us eat. Kale, maybe not. Baobab is quite an interesting one. You'll see where we go in when you go into that, but very, very nutrient dense. Each and every one of these in combination has its own unique nutritional profile and benefit in the system.
That's amazing, Trevor. Sorry, just on that last slide, we just spoke about your bowl of spinach. And that only accounted for 1 of those 6 ingredients. Can you guys imagine if we had to pile up all those other ingredients into bowls and get Trevor to eat that while we are on this call?
Yeah. That would really be punishment for everyone. So, yeah. So if we focus then on wheatgrass, so wheatgrass contains large amounts of chlorophyll. We know chlorophyll from, I think it goes all the way back to grade 5 biology or whatever it's called now, natural sciences. You learn about photosynthesis, chlorophyll. That's where everything happens in the plant. That's what gives the plant that green color and so on. And chlorophyll is important because it is thought and research now going through this and stuff is showing that actually it helps to prevent a lot of these degenerative diseases, chronic diseases. So some things that come up quite a bit with regards to chlorophyll is it's really, excuse me, the broccoli is repeating and I just had a bite. It might be my greens drink, but I think that was the broccoli.
You got about 10 servings just in this call.
I know. Tell me about it. I'm done for today. I'm like sorted.
And
chlorophyll is
you
really
even practiced that when we were rehearsing earlier.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so it's I've passed my dosage now, and it was actually really easy. So chlorophyll in our body plays a big role in actually body odor, so controlling body odor. So bad breath, halitosis, it's really good for. But also individuals that are battling with body odor, because it absorbs certain nutrients, it helps with passing of toxins out the body and so on. It's really good for neutralizing a lot of bad body odors. Because it's chlorophyll, obviously it's harnessed all that plant energy in our bodies, that energy gets released and it helps produce energy in the body. It's very good for digestive health. So it helps promote our natural bacteria in our gut. So it helps to support gut health. And then other things and so on, and you'll see there won't be any physical documentation or claims made on this, but a lot of cancer associations are now promoting a greens-based diet. And the reason for it is because chlorophyll and other nutrients you'll see as we go through that are contained in greens are very, very important for the supportive treatment of cancer. So that wasting, the degeneration and so on. So it's not a cure for cancer. It's very important to support an individual that is going through maybe cancer treatment or the side effect, the negative effects, the implications and so on of cancer. So it's a supportive treatment, and chlorophyll has also been shown to play a big role in that. Other benefits with wheatgrass: high amounts of vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, iron, calcium, magnesium, and it's a source of amino acids. So those micronutrients that we mentioned earlier that you need in your diet are contained within the wheatgrass as well. Barley grass, very closely associated to wheatgrass, very similar in its makeup, but also high in chlorophyll. But barley grass also contains a substantial amount of what's called beta-glucans. So beta-glucans is a soluble fiber, and research shows that beta-glucans are actually very important in blood sugar regulation and also cholesterol regulation. So in the metabolism of cholesterol, so they help with cardiovascular health. And beta-glucans also play a role in immune modulation. So they don't stimulate the immune system or suppress the immune system, they modulate the immune system, which means balances immune function. Barley grass is also very rich in what's called tocopherols. Now, tocopherols are vitamin E, so it's a natural source of vitamin E. And then other phytonutrients that are found in barley grass are things like hordenine. So some people might have heard of this because it's this new buzz thing, nootropics, and hordenine is considered one of these nootropics. So what a nootropic is it stimulates brain function. So it helps with energy in the brain, concentration, focus, and so on. And then the other one is the lunasin. So you'll see on the screens there, hordenine is your nootropic, but lunasin is another one of these ingredients that has benefits in the supportive treatment of individuals with cancer. Okay. Also very good for cardiovascular health, so keeping the heart healthy. Spinach is the one we eat, you cook, it's this much and it shrinks down to that. Very important. High in chlorophyll, again. Also nutrient dense because it's got vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin K, your B vitamins, magnesium, nitrates, lutein, zeaxanthin, beta carotene, folic acid, all your polyphenols and so on. Very, very important for general nutrition, that source of micronutrients that we keep saying, narrowing that gap. And then an ingredient that no one really speaks about or anything is the saponins. Now, saponins, again, are those that are like your beta-glucans, very good for cholesterol and blood sugar regulation. And again, the supportive treatment for individuals with going through cancer treatments and supporting that process. And we know spinach obviously is a very good source of dietary fiber. So for digestive health, just helping keep, digestive function in play. So I did a little thing here because we can all relate to spinach. So the question is going to come up and be like, but how much is one dose equivalent to, and so on. So if we picture spinach and we look at spinach as that, to get 100 grams of spinach powder, we need about 1 to 1.2 kilograms of actual spinach to dehydrate down to get to that. So you're looking at roughly a 1 to 10 kind of ratio. So if you just take spinach and the raw spinach versus spinach powder, once it's dehydrated and concentrated, actually, so yeah, it might be a 1 to 10 kind of ratio, but the nutritional value is also increased as a result of that. You can see the energy value, your carbohydrates, proteins, fats, fiber, everything just is enhanced by taking that. So to quantify how much would I be getting then in every dose of purely greens, you could probably say it's a 1 to 10. So it's not an absolute. So please don't hold me, but it's a really good estimate. It's pretty close because a lot of the extracts, the powder extracts we use there is a 1 to 10. So if you're wanting to know what that means, it's kind of like Oros. You know, your mixture on Oros is a 1 to 4, I think. So 1 part Oros, 4 parts water, you know, so it's that much more concentrated. Same with the 1, so it's a 1 part is equivalent to 10 of that. So in your dose of 4 capsules, you're getting about 3 grams of the actual blend of powder, which would equate to about 30 grams of your greens or your bowl, you know, a serving of broccoli, for example, or spinach, or in this case, I made up my, you know, using 3 grams of greens powder. So it's, and that's what I have to drink. So it just to quantify it and just to put it in relation there, I just used spinach as that example so that you can get that picture of how, you know, how to translate what we're getting in the dose of purely greens versus what we would eat on a plate of food. Okay, then kale, one of the other greens contained in there, obviously a very good source of carotenoids. So things like lutein, beta carotene. Your glucosinolates, a very rich source of glucosinolates, and specifically ascorbinone. So some of you might have read, and there's a lot of literature going around saying, oh, kale is so good, and everyone's eating kale now, and it's become this new thing, and kale chips and kale then, why? And it's actually research being conducted on the ascorbinone specifically, actually shows that it inhibits that transcription enzyme that cancer cells use to replicate. So ascorbinone can actually inhibit that. So yeah, it's not going to treat that, but it's going to prevent cancer cells replicating. It's going to prevent the progression. It's going to prevent degeneration in the system. And then other ingredients, they obviously calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, vitamin K, vitamin C, vitamin A, iron, folate. So again, nutrient dense, you can see just going on and on and on. It's the full spectrum of vitamins, minerals, everything in all of these ingredients. Celery, a rich source of calcium, magnesium, iron. It's also a powerful antioxidant, contains your vitamins like vitamin C, riboflavin, which is vitamin B2, vitamin B6, pantothenic acid, which is B5, then your beta carotene, manganese. So again, nutrient dense. The important thing to remember with this is celery, it's a celery stem. So it's where the nutrients come out of. Celery seed is a popular ingredient used in a lot of preparations, but specifically as a diuretic. So this celery, yes, will have diuretic properties, but not to the same extent as your celery seed. So just to bear that in mind, it doesn't, you know, so you're not complicated. The celery stem that we're using here is purely for all of these nutritional benefits. And we get to baobab. Now, baobab, fruit and leaves are rich sources of not just micronutrients, but also macronutrients. So the protein content of the fruit is quite high. You know, you're looking at 170 milligrams per gram. And then in the leaves, 112 milligrams per gram. So from a fruit point of view, that's pretty high and nutrient dense. It is also a very good source of essential fatty acids. So like your linoleic acid, your omega-6 essential fatty acids, which we spoke about earlier as your macronutrients. Remember your proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, vitally important for energy, source of calories in the body. Okay, so now we take all of that we've just gone through on each and individual ingredient and combine it, boom. And so what are the benefits of your purely greens? So number one, we're narrowing that gap, the nutritional gap, preventing nutrient deficiencies. So anybody that is on a kilojoule controlled diet, so individuals that might be on a weight loss program, on some diet, or people that have been hospitalized for some reason cannot get insufficient nutrition. There you go. You know, your purely greens would be the ideal thing to introduce there, just to help get all of those nutrients in. Promotes healthy digestive function. We spoke about the fiber content of all of those ingredients and the other phytonutrients that help to support the natural gut flora, all those probiotics in our intestines. The nutrients in here help to keep them healthy, help them flourish. When those probiotics flourish, our first line of defense is improved, digestion is improved, absorption of nutrients is improved. So everything around it just improves. Rich source of antioxidants. So we spoke about stress and the impact that has with cortisol going up. Cortisol produces more free radicals in the body, all of that. Antioxidants bind to those free radicals, neutralize them, pass them out of the system so they cannot cause more damage. Degenerative diseases thrive on the presence of free radicals. Antioxidants, boom, bind to that, neutralize them, so degenerative diseases cannot progress. So you stop the progression of degenerative diseases. Supports just general health. We mentioned key ingredients that help with blood sugar regulation, cholesterol regulation and management and balancing, immune function. All of those aspects come together and help with general health. They just keep you healthy, promote well-being and wellness. Improved cognitive function. So by taking it, we spray with the nootropics and the other ingredients in there, B vitamins, all of that, just fueling the brain with energy, concentration, and so on. Memory, concentration, all improve. And then it's a rich source of iron. So, but it's let's call it an organic source of iron. It's in a plant base. So that iron is in a form that the body can absorb a lot easier. A lot of iron supplements people battle with, causes constipation. You don't absorb it properly because it's in a salt form that the body can't absorb. In this form, the iron that's in here is a lot more freely available for the body to absorb and doesn't cause those side effects of constipation and so on. Okay. Okay, so there we go. You know, like I showed you, I mean, I can do it all again if everyone wants to see me eat my broccoli and drink my juice and drink a capsule. But the basis comes down to the fact that, you know, taking your Purely Greens capsule is making eating greens easy.
I love that.
Well, I just want to just touch on this little, I don't know if you can see there's a little scan thing here. There's always, with any supplement, there's important considerations. The scan there, you scan it, it takes you directly to the package insert or the patient information leaflet. On there will be anything that anyone needs to know before using this product. So it goes for anything that anyone needs to take. Always consult your healthcare practitioner, read the package insert and so on for any kind of user information, who can, who can't use it, are there any contraindications, so on. Everything is all available in that package and it's compiled according to the requirements by SAPRA. So everything that needs to be contained on there is in there for the individual. So it's called your patient information leaflet and all the information's on there. Right.
Amazing, Trevor.
I think I am done. I'm actually like I've got flushes. I can feel the greens coursing through my body here.
You're turning into the Hulk.
Excited or if it's the impact of this. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I feel flushed.
Well, that is amazing, Trevor. You mentioned, so if we can go back 2 slides, the whole
Yes,
importance of the synergistic effect of all those vitamins and minerals and, you know, the phytonutrients, and it's just incredible. And not only are you getting all of that stuff in this product, but I was just hoping maybe you could comment on the synergistic effect of Purely Greens. And if you read, well, you guys will read it from the picture there, but powered by Hero, and the synergistic effects with all our other Hero products.
yeah,
I'm sure it must be super powerful. You've mentioned all the benefits of this product alone, but coupled with, you know, the healthy Hero journey and all of our incredible Hero products, where does
correct.
that take you? And, you know, if I think of filling in the gaps, nutritional gaps in my
Exactly.
diet, I think this kind of nails it.
Definitely, you spot on. Yeah, no, it's the perfect, not substitute, but not even a filler. It's a must, you know. So anybody that's on any kind of diet plan or, you know, healthy eating plan or anything, we spoke about it earlier, there's gaps. You know, it doesn't matter who we are, it doesn't matter what we're trying to do, there's gaps. So yeah, it will fill any of those gaps. And it's kind of like everyone tells you, oh, you need to take a multivitamin and so on. So this would be it. This is kind of like your plant-based multi-nutrient. I don't want to call it a multivitamin because it's so much more than a multi-vitamin. So all of those benefits. So, and just to, because you're on that hero journey, you're already health conscious. So this will just fuel that healthy lifestyle. It will ensure and promote general health and well-being. So it's probably,
Amazing.
you know, I'd say it's right up there. It's almost like if anyone wants to start the journey, it's like, boom, there you go, Purely Greens, you know, there's your starting point, and then everything else will work around it. It's the convenience factor, and then the benefits that just tie in make it such an awesome product.
So Trevor, just a question from our side. If you're new to New Age and what we're all about, and you're looking for your first product, would you say Purely Greens is where you need to start?
I would, yeah. I'd have to say
That's
that. That would
incredible.
be, for me, that's my personal, it's, yeah, you know, I've always known it. I was brought up like that. Eat your greens. You know, your mom sits over you with a wooden
Granny always
spoon.
said
Okay?
that.
Now you can't do that anymore. No more wooden spoons. It's just, you got to negotiate with the children, you know, but it's still, we know the importance of it. And eventually you just, it's like just so tiring. And it's even for me, it's like, oh, do I have to eat another piece of broccoli? You know, it's like I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do it. But I'm like, oh, you know, and so this is just so convenient. It's and in the back of my mind, I know I'm getting all of that benefit. I'm getting everything I need in there in that dose.
That's amazing. So we've had quite a few questions regarding children taking this product, teens and children, and
Yes.
obviously all the parents are wondering, because I'm sure a lot of them are having that exact issue where, you know, trying to force your kids to take their greens, and
Exactly.
you know, are kids going to run to their parents and say, please, mommy and daddy, can I rather just take those 4 pills than, you know, the whole bowl of spinach or broccoli?
Yeah, I want
So
my
we say,
yeah, no, definitely it can be used. I would just recommend, so children under the age of 12, maybe just start with 2 capsules. Children over the age of 12, you can probably go to the full dose of 4 capsules. So just bear that in mind. The key thing with when it comes to greens and anything that helps promote healthy digestive function, you must remember it's like an engine that hasn't worked properly for a while. When you tune it, and yeah, it doesn't run smoothly immediately. So when you take something like this, always be aware of what changes in digestive function. So it's, any change is a good change. So it means that it's starting to work. It's starting to get things. So some people have complained of bloatedness, maybe even initially a little bit of constipation, strangely enough, but don't think, oh, it's anything. You push through, up your water intake. So whenever you start taking anything with if individuals complain with that, the bloatedness or so on, bloatedness, just reduce the dose. Instead of the 4, just go down to 2. Maybe take it with the meal, not on an empty stomach. That will help relieve that. But individuals that might say, oh, I'm constipated, they're not drinking enough water, up the water intake. You know, you need at least 3 liters of good quality water a day. So that just bear that in mind, especially with children. If you start noticing, oh, they're complaining of stomach aches, and that a stomach ache is not always a bad thing. It's a sign that the bowels are functioning again, that there's contraction and so on. So it's not a bad thing. It won't last long. So it's not something that's going to be there permanently. It's just getting that function. It's stimulating the digestive tract, and it will pass. So just bear those in mind, but perfectly safe for children, you know, like I say, under 12, just 2 capsules. Over 12 can use the dose of 4. The only people that I'd say that must just with caution would be pregnant women. So it is safe for pregnant women, but you don't know what else a pregnant woman's taking. So it's a rich source of vitamin A. If that lady's maybe on another supplement, too much vitamin A is also not good. So any pregnant woman that wants to use it must speak to their prescribing doctor, and obviously use it in combination with that. But otherwise, anyone else, yeah.
Amazing. That is, my mind is blown with all this information that you've just shared with us. I'm definitely going to be looking at my diet and all the holes. I just wanted to see, Coach Brent, what did you think of that? I mean, we obviously picked your brain about giving greens, and you've had some insights into this now. Are you just blown away?
Oh, Jared, it's amazing. And as I listen to Trevor, listening to you talk, it's one of those things that people know. People are not unaware that they're not getting their greens in their day-to-day journey of life. And you nailed it when you said, I mean, we're all busy. We're all go means stop at fast food and things that we know we're not getting what we need to in our daily diets. So the talking points around Purely Greens and the convenience of it being in the capsule form just makes the conversation an easy conversation. You know, are you getting your greens? Most people are not. Here's your opportunity to do that. And we've got all these tools to go along with it that just makes it an easy sell, if you will, for someone to have better health and join our team and be a part of this. So bravo to the all of you for producing this. Trevor, thank you so much for your partnership in on this. And Jared, I'm going to speak for everybody on the call. Like, when can we get our hands on this Purely Greens?
I love that.
Like that's all I'm thinking about, because I'm like, I can think of all kinds of people that want to get their hands on this.
Sure. So if you haven't checked already, just jump on into the shop, newage.com. We are live if you haven't noticed. So yeah, go on, check it out. Let us know what you think. And I think just as we're drawing to a close, we've covered so much information, and I think you know, there's no doubt as to why Trevor is Africa's first scientific advisory representative. If you guys could keep up, I'm sure you've got pages and pages of notes. And I just want to draw and highlight Trevor's accolades, which I maybe didn't do earlier. A lot of you are probably thinking, wow, this guy really knows his stuff. So, I mean, Trevor's got a master's degree in homeopathy, passionate about complementary medicine in South Africa, and just an incredible human being. Trevor, your accolades are pages long. The Chiropractors, Homeopaths and Allied Health Service Professional Council of South Africa, you know, some of the executive councils of the Health Products Association of South Africa. These are some of the boards that Trevor has sat on. And Trevor, I just want to thank you for spending this time with us today and taking our field through this incredible product. And I just want to say that I'm going to be looking for many more opportunities to get you in to train the field. Guys, you're all in the chat box. Let me know what you thought of Trevor. Wasn't he just fantastic? So informative, so educational. And yeah, I'm just super pumped for this product. I'm gonna go and take more now just because I want to make sure that I'm getting those 5 servings. So far, it's only been 3. Got dinner on the way, and that's 4 by my count. So I'm short of 1. I'm gonna go make it 9, and you guys can hop on into the shop right now and go get your own. So Trevor, thank you. I just wanted to see if there's any other questions, if you guys want to drop it in the box. And if you guys would like, you're more than welcome to open up your mics and thank Trevor for this incredible presentation.
Thank you, Trevor. Thank you, Jared.
Thank you, Coach Brent. Thanks for sharing.
A lot of excitement for Africa.
Trevor, thank you, Jared.
Great job. Yep.
That's amazing. So Trevor, once again, thank you so much. And just to everyone on the call, I just want to say, keep your eyes open on the New Age Share app. We obviously sent a ton of notifications about this event, but also if you haven't seen, we've updated the New Age Share app with a bunch more tools. So go check out your feed. There's notifications in there, and go look at your business tools. We're obviously going to be populating it with some of the assets around this incredible product, just to keep you guys well equipped. As I said, the website is populated with this product, and all the drop downs for your information on the product, the labels, the works, the price points, the PV, it's all there. So newage.com, go check it out. And thank you all for joining us, be it on Facebook Live. I see we've got a bunch of people on there. Super happy with the turnout. Yeah, so thank you for joining us, everyone. We know everyone's the load shedding schedule is rough at the moment, so we just really appreciative of your time, and thanks for joining us. Thanks Trevor, once again.
Thanks everyone for your time. Jared, I just want to add, like, if there are questions and nothing's coming through now, and that there's obviously a central point that they can be sent to, and then we'll get to them as you're working with the product. There's gonna be things that come up, so there's always that open door policy. So anything that you want to know or anything, just send through any kind of queries. And I'll get back to you. We'll answer, send it straight back, and so on. But thank you again, everyone, for your time. Appreciate this opportunity to present this product.
Thank you, Dr. Trevor. And we'll chat again soon. As I said, guys, look out for notifications. We're also going to be doing a live shopping event around this product. So get your teams prepared. We'll be sending out communications on that shortly via the New Age Share app. For those of you who don't know what live shopping is, you need to check it out. I think this is an incredible tool for your businesses. And that's where we're going to next. So again, thanks, guys, and good night.